There's a person standing somewhere in your story right now who has no idea what they did just for you. It might have been one sentence that they said to you. Maybe it was a decision that they made on your behalf or helped you make when you couldn't make it for yourself. Or maybe it was just the way that they looked at you on a day when no one else did. You remember it, don't you? You could probably still describe to me the room that you were in. And yet, you have never told them. Well, it's not because you don't care, but because somewhere along the way, saying what people have meant to you was either really uncomfortable or it became something that you just figured you would eventually get to. Well, this week, we're not waiting for eventually. Hi, friend. I'm Christina Ryan, a faith-based purpose and leadership coach, helping you uncover who you are and the people who helped shape you so that you can live and lead on purpose with light. Now, last week, we closed out the Roots phase of our Summer on Purpose series. 4 weeks of uncovering your purpose. It's the best of what you bring underneath the labels, the beliefs, and the noise. And this week, we're shifting into something new. We're opening phase 2, relationships. We're going to spend 4 weeks on the people who shape your purpose, the ones already in your story and the ones you haven't told yet. If you stay with me in this episode, you're going to walk away with 3 keys. Why no one uncovers their purpose alone, why you're shaping someone else right now, and you probably don't even know it, and why saying it out loud brings more life than you think. There's also a free resource for this week. It's the Summer on Purpose Week 5 Reflection Guide. You can grab it at the link below. Are you ready? Well, let's get into it. Here's today's first key. You didn't get here alone. The whole Roots phase was about uncovering one thing, uncovering your purpose, the best of what you bring, the thing that when it's present in a room leaves people different than they were before you walked in. But here's what's easy to miss when you finally start to see it. You see, you didn't uncover it by yourself. Now, let me be clear about who I mean. I know that not everyone in your story has shaped you for good. There are some people who've left marks that you're still working through. And I promise we'll get to those people later this summer and how to protect your energy and who belongs close. But friend, this week, it isn't about them. This week is about the other ones, the ones who brought light, the ones who made you more of yourself, not less. Let me tell you about 30 seconds with one of mine. Years ago, I walked into an elevator and BeBe Winans was standing there. If you don't know the name, he's a gospel artist, a voice a lot of people, including myself, grew up on. I was there with someone that he knew, and he'd never met me. He didn't know my name. He didn't know my story. He didn't know anything about me. But he looked at me, and he said it anyway. It wasn't about what I'd done. He had no way to know. And it wasn't about how I looked either. What he saw was underneath both. He told me that I radiated goodness. It was just 30 seconds. He was a stranger and we were in an elevator, and it is still one of the best things that anyone has ever said to me. And here's why it matters for this week. You see, he saw something true in me years before I ever had a word for it. That sentence has never left me. But a glimpse isn't language. See, it took me the purpose factor assessment to name what he saw. Recruiter, messenger, desire fulfiller, empathetic strength. The best of what I bring is inviting people in. He gave me a glimpse. The assessment gave me clarity that I could build from. And here's what I believe about that. The best of what you bring isn't something that you manufactured. Friend, it was placed in you from God. In 2 Corinthians, Paul says, God made his light shine in our hearts. He put the light there. And when you follow Jesus, the Holy Spirit adds fuel to the fire that's inside you. He sets those gifts into hyperdrive and he uses them to bless others. But we're almost always the last to see our own light. So God uses people to show us what he already put there, not to create it, but to reveal it. You didn't get here alone, which means there's already someone coming to mind. Maybe someone that you know well. Maybe it's just a face, a moment, a stranger that you could still picture perfectly, even if you never really knew them at all. Will you hold on to that person? Because before we talk about what to do with them, I want to turn the whole thing around. And here's our second key. You're in someone's story right now. You see, while you've been remembering the people who shaped you, here's what also is true. You're shaping someone else today, this week, and you probably have no idea. I want you to think about the last time that someone told you that something you said meant the world to them. Maybe it was a comment you don't even remember making. You stood there a little stunned and you had no clue that it landed. You may have even forgotten that you ever said it. That happens more than you know, probably more than once. There are words that you've said and forgotten that another person has been carrying with them for years. Friend, this is your purpose in motion. Your purpose isn't only about what you discovered about yourself in the roots phase. It's the best of what you bring to the people around you and how much life you get to give in the process. And a lot of time, the best of what you bring is just a few words you don't even register giving. Proverbs 18:21 says it plainly. The tongue has the power of life and death. Not influence, not even encouragement, but life and death. Every day, your words are doing one or the other in the people closest to you. Your kids, your team, the person across the counter, the friend who texts you when it's bad. You won't see most of it. The light you carry to people is largely invisible to you, which is exactly why you can't afford to leave the good things unsaid. Friend, here's our third key. Would you say it out loud? You can carry gratitude for someone for years and never give it to them. You can think the words, mean the words, and let them stay exactly where they started, in your head, where they can't reach anyone. And that's not a character flaw. It's just how it goes. when we assume the people we love already know. Well, most of them don't. Let me finish the elevator story. Years later, I ran into BeBe Winans again, at church of all places, and I told him, that elevator, that sentence that he said, what it had meant to me for more than 2 decades. He didn't remember saying it. Remember what I told you a minute ago? That you never see most of the light you carry to people. There it was. He had shaped 25 years of my life in 30 seconds. And to him, it wasn't even a memory. But here's the part I didn't expect. Telling him, it still mattered. It didn't change what happened in the elevator. It just finished something in me that had been open ever since. And that's what saying it does. So this work, well, it's both directions. Go back to the people who shaped you and tell them specifically what they gave you. And the people that you're shaping right now, don't make them wait 25 years to find out. Hebrews 10 doesn't say, think about encouraging each other. It says, let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, encouraging one another. Spur, encourage. Those are things that you say out loud. Your words bring life and light to someone, and you may never fully know how much. So speak life, speak love, speak light. Before we close, here's a truth I want you to sit with. It's also where the week 5 reflection guide begins. You didn't get here alone, and the people who got you here are still waiting to know that it mattered. The guide helps you do 2 things. It helps you find the person and find the words you'd actually say to them. As a reminder, you can grab it at the link below. For 4 weeks, the work was mostly private. Roots work, uncovering who you are and what you carry when no one is watching. This phase is different. Relationships are where the light gets turned up or gets left exactly where it is. The people in your story didn't only watch you become who you are. Some of them actually caused it. And right now you're doing the same thing for someone else. This week, you get to make some of that light visible. Not with a grand gesture, but with a sentence, a text, a phone call. The thing that you've been quietly carrying finally said out loud. That's the light getting turned up for them and for you. Here's this week's challenge. Tell someone specifically how they've shaped you. Not just thanks for everything, but be specific. Name the moment and name what it gave you. Say it out loud. Write it down. Send it however it reaches them best. But just make sure that it reaches them. I would love if you would share it with #SummerOnPurpose. Or if you'd prefer, you can keep the moment between the 2 of you. But either way, friend, I need you to just say it. Don't forget to grab the week 5 reflection guide at the link below. It'll help you find the person and the words before you say them. Then next week, we go somewhere a lot of families are probably standing right now. What to say before they leave. If you've got a student heading off this fall, or you remember being the one who left, that episode is for you. Subscribe so you're here. Share this with someone who came to mind while you were watching. And drop a comment. Who's the person that you're going to tell this week? Until then, I'll see you next Thursday. And don't forget to lead and love with light.